Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever you are in the world. Welcome to Radio Works World. I am Violta today and I'm hosting the show from London. I'm going to share my story today with you. And why should I share my story? I know everywhere, I know we go through a lot of things. And the important is when I was 7 years old, I recognized that that's not important what we have going through. It's not important to focus on the problems. Yes, it is important to be aware of them, to observe them, and to learn from them. Why I'm saying that? Because when I was 7 years old, my parents, they are great parents. They loved me, but how I didn't know that. They just dropped me to the grandparents to help them with the cows, with the things around, with the house, because they were living in countryside. And me, imagine, I felt lost. I felt disappointed. I felt not loved. I felt lonely. All the emotions I could feel. So it took me a couple of months crying and connected with the nurture, sleeping when I was talking to trees, to the sun. I know my sounds strange, but that gave me strength, like to find who I was, what my purpose was in this life, and what should I do with it? Because I was aware that I was here in this life, but how can I make it happen? How can I stop crying and enjoy it? And very strange, after a few months, I don't remember, a few days maybe, I don't remember, falling asleep on the sun, looking on the trees, communicating with the nurture, communicating with myself. I don't know what happened, but I got the strength that I want to love myself. It doesn't matter who doesn't love me and who is around me. It doesn't matter. As long as I love myself, I can share the love with others. And that was very, very powerful for me. And also, it was another thought linked to it. I love the life and I want to live it. So I want to live most of it. And since then, that was very, very powerful. Loving myself, loving everything that was surrounded me when it was kind of sexual abuse around happening. I was exposed to violence abuse. I was I didn't have no one to give me a hug, to love me, or to feel like because okay, you might ask, how did I know right and wrong? But that's the thing, the nurture, those days that I spent on the talking to the nurture, talking to the trees, talking to myself. I don't know if it was angels, I don't know, but it was my inner voice. Those days they teach me what was right and what was wrong. So everything around me, I can recognize what was wrong and what was right. And also, I knew how to be strong, how to say no to the things that was wrong. And I had this power in me that no one can put me down. Yes, as I was writing my book the other day, that thought came in my mind that unexpected things, when it happened, those kind of shocked me because I didn't expect it. But then it took me a few days to analyze them, to understand them, and then still didn't put me down because example, I can give you example unexpected things. A teacher knew my dad, and I thought he will never hit me. I know he slapped other students, but when he slapped me, that was shocking. I'm not going in details what happened. It was just silly things, silly children what they do in the class. But when he slapped me, it was a shock. It didn't hurt the slap. It's just the fact that you get wow, disappointed, like why this happened to me. I'm giving this example because that something similar might happen to you that you'd never expected to happen. And you might felt that way. So it took me a couple of days to understand it, why it's happened. And I came to the conclusion that it was nothing to do with me. It was him. He had a problem. So let me say the short story. I was 16. I started all that power habit in my childhood, and I loved it, my life, even though I was going through so many things around me. I, I was exposed, and yes, I was going through, but I had this power protecting me all the times, this energy. But somehow, when my parents wanted to kind of, because of the culture of the things, is society, is everything, the woman was kind of made only for men. She doesn't have a voice. So that was kind of, I had to find the way how to, because it was another challenge. All I'm trying to say is there are a lot of challenges coming up. And I lost my way somehow through those challenges because I felt again lonely and I didn't know how to kind of get in track to love myself. So I was craving for love and looking for love. But it came a time again when I was around, I know it took a lot of years, around 36, 38. I said to myself, I have to stop looking for love. I need to love myself. And I did the same circle what I did when I was 7 years old. And now, yes, I'm very happy. Even today in the Facebook, in one of the groups, Empath, they were saying, are you okay? They were asking each other. And I was reading the comments. None of the people were okay, even though they believe in their gifts, they are empaths, because I do believe everyone is special. You are special. But you need to choose in which way you want to be special. This is very important. And I would say I would leave this conversation and I will get it over to Marina in a minute, in a second, by saying you need to start loving yourself, really loving yourself, really being kind and caring. And the way you want you to be loved, that's what you have to give yourself. And then you will find the right people in your life. And also is another law of attraction. I don't know why I use the law of attraction, but it's kind of the way you like to be treated, treat others. And then nothing can go wrong. Universe is in your side. I hope you enjoyed and sending you love and light. Over to you, Marina. Thank you.
Wow, I think many times I remember when I was falling in love with somebody, it was always like a huge void inside when we were falling out of love. And perhaps many times I thought of the people who I was falling out of love with. Perhaps they felt the same. And it's always like a big void, like a big hole left in your heart and in your whole being. It's almost hurting physically when you fall out of love. And that place, that void is growing inside you. And I know you've been through different experiences, and I know you felt loved and being loved deeply because that gives you strength. And I know you've been loving somebody else deeply, and that gave you courage. But I just wonder, at what point in your life you realize that unless you love yourself, you cannot. It's impossible to love somebody else.
Mm. Like I said, when I was 7, I did not have a choice. So I was alone. So it was kind of the angels. I don't know. I can't explain it. They protected me. But when I was adult and I was aware of it, it was around 36, 38 that after I done online dating, I was searching for the right man. After 2 marriages, first, both of them are planted because I wanted to please my family. too many things. But after all those things, yes, I can say that I went extra mile to please men to love me. Yes, I met excellent men that they're still in love with me deeply, but I say no, no, I deserve better. I want better. I want to be better. And yes, I'm working in progress. But the breaking point it was that uh, I, I keep getting my heart broken, and then I was, I can see the vision that they are not the one that I'm looking really. So I ended up hurting them and hurting myself, and it was not fair to them and either to me. So I said to myself, Violza, you need to stop this. Stop, stop looking for love. You need to have it in yourself first, and then you will know what you're looking for. So that was my breaking point. I had to spend so many days alone. I'm still spending. I'm still very isolated. I don't socialize a lot because I feel like I still need the time alone. But that time, when now I'm 41, I just turned in 2 days ago. But
Happy
in 30,
birthday.
thank
Happy
you.
birthday. But
Thank you.
now you are work in progress. I feel I am work in progress. So you are looking inside instead of looking outside into the world, expecting the world to provide you reasons to love somebody or somebody who can love you. You are thinking, now I have to discover who I am first. I have to look inside, and I have to decide what is that I can love about myself first. And then I could come back into the world and show the world my works, show the world what I'm made of. And I know you are writing a book, you are working on it, and I can't wait to read your book. And it is your story, really. I think, in other words, what you are saying is not the story you share with others, is the story you share with yourself, the narrative you are using when you are talking with yourself, when you are listening to that voice. And sometimes, I don't know if you agree or disagree with me, but I remember times when the things I was telling myself, I won't say to my worst enemy. So I think it's a lot of work to be done, and the work is something only you can do. The work is something only you can craft and learn how to treat yourself better, as if you are your best friend, as if you are best lover, as if you are best teacher, as if you are your own great inspiration. And living your life that way is definitely changing the dynamic, changing the paradigm of who you are and who you feel you are. Because yes, you could put some makeup on, or you could smile, or you could be out, have a nice outfit, be with nice people. But then when you are left by yourself, with yourself, what is the relationship you have with yourself? How do you treat yourself? Do you look down on yourself? Do you look up to yourself? What is the what you see when you close your eyes and think of yourself? From both of us, until next time, is goodbye.
Okay.